welcome back to Circuit the World. My name's Alice and today we are doing some magical DIY. Now if you've been watching the channel for a while, if you keep up with the unboxings, you will have seen that last month before January, I received the Keep Collecting magical subscription box, and in that box we received this very cool glittery little potion. If you haven't seen that, there's going to be a link to a card on the screen wherever it's supposed to be up above me. But the way these work is that when you shake them, they look fairly unassuming when they're stationary. When you shake them, you get this really lovely, glittery, swirly, magical effect. I think they look great. I absolutely adore it, and I want to expand my collection. Now, some Googling has occurred. We're about to test whether Google is correct, because I have gathered the correct supplies, or what Google tells me are the correct supplies to make our own glittering magical potion. What I do not have are labels or twine or little charms. So we're basically recreating this in the sense that it'll be a glass bottle with hopefully a swirling potion and a wax sealed stopper. We have a few variations on this because I've got a few different things to try to see if they're going to work. So please join me as we take a look through the wonderful world of potion making and see if we can successfully create a magical swirling potion. Let's get everything we need. Ta-da! So we have an array of things that are not quite as magical as this clever little thing, but sadly this is the less magical way of doing things. The most important part of this project is this stuff, which is the mica powder. It's non-toxic, it's multi-purpose, cosmic grade and premium quality. It is not edible. It is possible to make potions that are edible. For that you'll need edible glitter. They, from what I can see online, do not have quite the same effect as the mica powder, but if you're intending to consume, then it's going to be fine. We have a funnel for not making spillages. That's very important. This is just normal tap water. I'm not sure if that's going to be correct, but that is what we're going to be trying with today, because I can't remember if I had to get filtered water or special water or whatever. So we're trying with this water because I don't have any other water. We also have food coloring. And now we have food coloring powder and food coloring liquid gel stuff. Is it gel? I'm confident this is going to work. I'm not sure about the powder, but I thought I'd get it and we can find out together. We also have an array of glass/plastic bottles to look all potionsy. I really like this one. I doubt I'll get all of these done today, if I'm honest. I'm not planning on it because there's quite a lot and this might not work. But I do have this itty bitty bottle that I thought would be really cute to make some Felix Felicis in it. So maybe we'll do some of that today as well. And finally, we have a hot glue gun. And in here with the hot glue gun, Muggle magic, we have an array of coloured hot glue sticks. That is to give us our wax seal and also to make sure the potion doesn't spill. Without further ado, we're going to roll up our sleeves because we're going to see if indeed we can make a magical swirly potion. It's alarming when things come with plastic gloves. I'm not the most... oh god, that one's spilled. There's also a tool. Cool, it's like a little spoon. Oh, that's really... oh, it is a little spoon. That's very helpful for me. Okay. We have plenty of colours. We have moss green, shimmery, they're all shimmery to be fair, grass green, shimmery gold, luster blues, that's really pretty. I don't have a glue though. Bronze, universal blue, reek yellow, silver white, nut brown, orange, silver black, that's cool, magic red, I wonder why it's magic, violet, big red, and finally apple green. So let's do an on-brand orange potion with some black. Let's see if that works. So let's clear away some stuff. So I think the first play, from memory, because I've watched a few videos, we're just going to fill this with water first. Splash more. Oh god, I've been overzealous. That's fine, we can sort that. Yeah. Because stuff's going in there, Alice. Right. Water. The next step, add the colour to the water. There's going to be a child safety catch on this, isn't there? I'm not a child, let me in. It's fine, I beat the plastic. Okay. So let's go for 1, 2. 3 drops of colour. Probably should have got a stirry thing. The end of this spoon will do. I'll give that a mix. This is feeling reminiscent of another video I did, where I also didn't think about drippage. 10 points to anyone who can name that video in the comments. So we're going to try our shimmering black. I really hope this works, guys, because I've put some dedication into getting this stuff right. Don't inhale it. It's going to go everywhere. Problem is this glitter. It's already on me, which means I will forever be glittery. Right, we're going to take a good spoonful, I think. Oh, God. Well, in she goes. No, I missed. Okay, I've successfully made a mess, but quite frankly, who didn't think I was going to do that? The first measure of business has, to be fair, it looks pretty cool. Apart from the bits that are sitting at the bottom, it does have that sparkly effect to the liquid. I'm going to make sure that's nice and tight. I'm going to give it a little shake. So once shaken, oh, woohoo! Once shaken up, that has really... I actually quite like the fact it changes colour. So now it's black, and I wonder if we let it sit, it'll go back. But importantly, we have that magical swirly effect, which is obviously the mica powder. I did nothing here, I just put it all together. But it looks so cool and so very magical. Right, so the next thing to attempt is the top, for which I need a hot glue gun. I don't think that's coming back, to be fair. Which is kind of what I wanted, if I'm honest, though I am a bit upset that it's not orange anymore. I don't even know how to start in sealing this, to be fair. Glue? Because I want to seal the lid on the top. I'm quietly confident that didn't work, but the top is warm now. Let's do a little bit around the inside here and try and... Welcome to the portion of the video where Alice has not a Scooby-Doo shake of an idea what she's supposed to be doing. So what we're going to do now, from the videos I've seen, we kind of splooge it on the top. Just go mad on the top. And then, oh no, it's not doing what it's supposed to be doing. And it's hardening. Guys, help. It's supposed to ooze down the sides, like wax. It's not oozing, it's just made a big mess on the top. I'm trying to think of some way, shape or form in which I can touch it. Aha! Okay, hot glue is hot. Ooh, yeah, baby. Ooh, yeah, that's, don't do that. Don't touch it. Don't do as I say, not as I do. God damn it. We have gone through 2 sticks to do that, just FYI. But that's cool, it works. I can understand why people use the twine. Because that way I would have only had to, why is it wet? It's a bit alarming. If I'd used the twine, I'd have only had to go down so far. The one that's actually got colour this time, so we're not going to use the black. Maybe we should do what I said I wanted to do and make a really small Felix Felicis. What do we think about that? I think that's a good idea. That's probably too much, but yeah, that'll do. Because I feel like a little bit's going to go a long way, you know what I mean? The only problem with having put the colour in first is if I mess this up, I gotta tip it out, and it's a very small bottle. Let's see what we can do, shall we? Okay, so I think when we add the shiny white stuff, it's gonna be better, and I'm gonna like it more. Don't inhale it. It's cool that this has so many functions though. I mean, I can definitely see how this would work in eyeshadow or nail stuff. I mean, yeah, my nails are now really shiny. Not that that was intentional. Let's get a nice big scoop of the white. Do it better than I did the black. Nope, no, I can't get any in here now. How about we use this? A bit cleaner. Or it's going to just get stuck in the funnel. Oh, it's very cloudy. I didn't really think that as a situation. It's not really doing the swirl. Oh, there we go. It does a little bit of a swirl. Maybe the problem here is I've got too much... Oh no, there's muck on the front. Okay, well I know where I was going. Maybe the problem is I've got too much water, so it doesn't really have anywhere to swirl. Like it starts to swirl and then it stops. I reckon there's Yeah, there's more of a gap in there than I think. So let's stick with a green on green. I think that's going to be nice. And it will have a kind of the Ravenclaw one effect as well. 2 drops of green, I think. Do good. And then dump it in there. It's all about getting the balance right, I think. So it's about having the right balance of powder versus water. If you get too much powder versus water going on, you get separation because the powder becomes too heavy to stay in the water. Whereas if you don't, you do get that combined. It does stay and it swirls so nicely as well. And the swirl goes on for a while. Nice lock on that because... See how cool? This is a good balance again. Again though, it really hasn't mattered what colour the water was beforehand. I think if you're using this mica powder, because the pigments are so strong, it really doesn't matter what colour you put in. I don't think you need the colour in. I think if I wanted to right now, I could make a purple potion, or a brown potion, or a blue potion. And I wouldn't need the food colouring for that because this mica powder is so pigmented. It is cool to have the slight effect. There is a slight orange, it's like a bronze now in the black, which is quite cool. But the whole contrast in colours I don't think works. I don't think you can make work with this pigment because it's so strong. Should not have done this. Don't do this. Oh no. No, no. Come off, please. Okay, so we've got a little bit of settling as well on this one. A little bit annoying. So here you go, here is our attempt at recreating the magical swirling potion from the Keep Collecting box from the Wizarding Crate. They definitely do a better job than me. I think they know what they're doing. And most importantly, the balance is better. The balance in the one I've got is around, I reckon, the same balance as this because we've got that lovely swirl and there is a little bit of sitting at the bottom, but importantly, it doesn't settle all that much. And even what does settle, it still retains most of it floating in the water. This is an example of what happens if you put too much powder in. This is obviously the one we also did with the one with the colour, the coloured powder, the food powder was also in there. This again, I think, is evidence of too much powder, just simply because this is such a small vessel. It looks great when it's all swelled up. It's not so great when it's settled. This one does look atrocious when it settles, so at least that has that going for it. It doesn't look awful when it settles, but it is clear that it's settled. Interestingly, the green one, and we do have a bit of settling, a bit of separation. I don't know whether that just needs more aggravation, more consistent shaking and stuff to kind of keep that up and keep the two things congealed, and then maybe it will be fine and maybe it will stay. But I would also say that the hot gluing of the top to seal it, yes, to make sure it doesn't come undone, but to actually do this colourful stopper, it's difficult, specifically with the glues, well, definitely with the glue sticks I've got. I don't know if that's just because they are too thick. Do let me know down in the comment sections what you think. Let me know if you try this, if you have a little bit more success than me, if you have similar success to me. I'd call this one our best success, followed by this one. I do just keep aggravating it because I want to see. In fact, I'll leave it now till I finish the sign off. That'll be your little end credit scene to see if in the time I finish that's settles again and kind of separated. But do heed what I've said if you're going to try this yourself. If you do try this yourself, do let me know how you get on. If you hit the same stumbling blocks as me, if you find a better way to do something than I do. I have other bottles. I do still want to do some more of this, but I'll probably do it with wax rather than the hot glue, so I'll probably wait. But I do have this big old beastie boy to fill. So down in the coffee pot below, please do let me know what colour potion or what potion we should put in the big bottle. Also, what potion should go in my awesome kind of I don't even know what to call this one, but this bottle, this obviously wouldn't have the wax top because it's got the stopper, but I kind of like the idea of putting like some moss in the bottom and doing it like gillyweed or something like that. Just make it a little bit more interesting and then have the swirling colours around. Obviously being aware that the colours do take over. The colours from this mica set are extremely pigmented. You don't need to actually add any food colouring to these with this mica set to get the colours you want, as exampled by this one, which, albeit annoying, has got that nice colour and is predominantly coming from the gold and the white. Even the white is not to be treated like a lightener, it is a straight up white. And it will make anything you make perfectly white and you'll end up with sparkling milk, as we did. So I wouldn't say you needed food colouring to use these. It might if you want to have like a colour changing effect, or even actually have a base colour and then like a two-tonal, sort of like this idea but actually successful, or even, no, sort of like this idea but actually successful. Shit, I shook that, damn it. Then I would probably go for a different kind of mica powder, but mica powder is, or mica powder, however you say it, is what you want to achieve that swirling magic-y effect. I do hope you enjoyed this. I've made an absolute mess of myself and I'll now be sparkly for the next 4 billion years because that's how glitter works. I hope this was helpful. I hope it kind of led you to understand maybe how you can make this stuff if you want to yourself. If you see other people making it, now you know their cheeky little secret. If you wanted to have a go, I hope it was a helpful tutorial and you kind of understood like what not to do versus what to do. But for now, I shan't be using my magic wand for this outro because I'm covered in glitter. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. It's been an absolute blast as always. If you enjoyed this video, go show that like button some magical love. And if you want to support the channel, go hit subscribe and ring that bell so you don't miss next time I upload a video. Stay awesome! And I will see you all in the next video! Separating more, because I would have said there was more water, so it wouldn't have done that.